Can the Tequila Sunrise be improved? Now that's a rhetorical question because I think the majority of people watching this video will agree with me when I say that absolutely the Tequila Sunrise can be improved. It's not a very good drink. It was created in the 1970s, well, sort of, but I'll go into that detail a little bit later. So it's a simple drink. It's tequila, orange juice, and grenadine. I really don't like orange juice in cocktails, or majority of cocktails. And you've got sweeter orange juice, not a lot of acidity. It's only got 0.5% of citric acid, I believe, or a combination of acids. So it's low in acid in comparison to like lemon and lime juice. So it's a sweeter juice. And then you've got a grenadine, which is also sweet. So there's nothing really to balance it out. But for those who are actually looking for the original recipe, I'm gonna make that first, quickly. And then I've got 3 alternatives for you to make, which I think are all better. 2 ounces 60 ml of tequila. I'm using a blanco. 4 ounces 120 ml of freshly pressed orange juice. Now I'm only shaking very briefly just to combine the ingredients and slightly chill it. I don't want to dilute it too much. That's enough. And of course you could just make this straight in the glass. I just choose to do it this way. Helps if I do it the right way. Make sure you use a good quality grenadine syrup. I'm using the grenadine syrup from Liber & Co. This is made with cold processed pomegranate juice with Californian fruit. So it's a Mediterranean climate, so it produces really good quality pomegranates. So we want to use about 1/4 ounce, 1/3 of an ounce roughly, of good quality grenadine. And because the syrup is heavy, it's naturally going to sink to the bottom of the glass. Garnish it with a little orange on the side. Can't deny that it's a good looking drink. I mean, it looks like a 1970s drink. There you have the Tequila Sunrise. Now, give it a little bit of a stir so that syrup mixes through a bit. I mean, you get a good taste of that tequila, but I mean, at the same time, you sort of do and you don't. You get a little bit of that agave at the background, but at the same time, you're using 4 ounces of orange juice, which kind of washes it out. I've completely contradicted myself, but you do get a little bit of the agave, but it's not overly strong because there's so much dilution through the orange juice. I mean, it's just missing something. It needs a bit of vibrancy. It needs maybe some bitters or some more acid through lemon or lime juice. At the very least, I recommend adding 1/3 of an ounce to 1/2 an ounce of lemon or lime juice. Probably lime juice because we're using tequila here. As it is, I think it can be improved greatly. So let's get on to drink number 2. So whilst that is the popularized version of the Tequila Sunrise, it's not actually the original. So the version I just made was made in 1970. The original version was made in about 1930. And it's a simple concoction of tequila, lime juice, creme de cassis, so a black currant liqueur, and soda water. So cocktail number 3 that I'm going to make is going to be inspired by that, but it's not going to be the original version. This version here is going to be a Tequila Sunrise Sour. Bear with me. First thing we're going to do is adjust the orange juice so it mimics the acidity of lemon juice. Really simple. So I'll start by weighing out 1 ounce 30 ml of orange juice. Orange juice, as I mentioned earlier, has an acidity of roughly about 0.5%. So there we have 26.5 grams, 26.5. Now the acidity of orange is 0.5%, the acidity of lemon juice is 6%. So we want to times 26.5 by 5.5% to increase the acidity to that of lemon juice. So I need to add 1.45 grams of citric acid. Tear this and then add 1.45 grams. Yep, that's sour. Tastes like orangey lemon juice. So this drink is going to be quite different in the way it looks, in the way it's served, but it's going to have the essence of a Tequila Sunrise. Stronger flavor because there's less dilution through the orange juice. So we have 2 ounces 60 ml of blanco tequila, then 3/4 of an ounce 22.5 ml of that acid adjusted orange juice, and 1/2 ounce 15 ml of Liber & Co.'s real grenadine syrup. Follow the link in the description and grab yourself a bottle. $15 a bottle, excellent shelf life, keep it in the fridge. Actually turns out to be quite a nice color. The combination of the grenadine and the orange juice looks kind of like a Jack Rose. Tequila Sunrise Sour. It's such a better drink. You can taste the tequila because you don't have so much orange juice. It's, as it sounds, it's a sour version, but you've still got the essence of the Tequila Sunrise being the grenadine and the orange juice combined with the agave flavors. So this version of the Tequila Sunrise was made by Bobby Heugel in Houston. It's definitely inspired by the original version, the 1930s version, but it's not lengthened with soda water. So, served on pebble ice, more like a sour as well. Probably more like a bramble, I should say. So we have 1.5 ounces, 45 ml of blanco tequila, 3/4 of an ounce, 22.5 ml of fresh lemon juice. I shall set that aside. And then into the glass, I'm measuring out 1/2 ounce, 15 ml of black currant liqueur, so creme de cassis, thick and rich, 7.5 ml of Liber & Co.'s grenadine syrup. Pebble ice into the glass. And then shake the rest of the ingredients and strain over the top. I mean, you definitely don't want to drink it without stirring it because you are just going to get syrup and liqueur, intense liqueur. I mean, it's for looks. So lemon, blackberry as a garnish. Holy jeepers, these blackberries were expensive. So if you do want to support the channel, jump on my Patreon page so I can afford some more blackberries. Cool looking drink, looks like a bramble. You really need to stir it first because you've got the acidic component up the top and the sweetness at the bottom. If you drink without stirring, then it's just not balanced. Very cassis forward, like a lot of black currant in there. I can understand for presentation purposes why it's made that particular way, but it probably makes more sense just to put all the ingredients into a shaker and shake and strain over pebble ice. And it will taste better, but as long as you stir it. Blackcurrant and pomegranate, they're the two heroes. A little bit on the sweeter side, but in a good way. Let's get on to the last one. All right, this next version of the Tequila Sunrise is the Tequila Sunrise 2.0, and it was created by Shaker Mill in California. Well, not Shaker Mill, Shaker Mill's the bar. It's on the menu at Shaker Mill. Someone there made the recipe. I know the ingredients: tequila, orange, French vermouth, lemon, and a mezcal Negroni garnish. So I'm just winging it as far as the ingredients go, but this is going to be a best guess. First attempt. I haven't tried it before, but it sounds delicious. So starting off with the Blanco tequila, 1.5 ounces, 45 ml. I'm going to go 1 ounce, 30 ml. French vermouth. It's going to dry out that juice. Add some more botanical notes, so 1/2 ounce, 15 ml. And then lemon juice. I'm going to do 1/2 ounce, 15 ml. Another drink where I have to set that aside. And then I'll prep the top of the drink. So it's a mezcal Negroni as the garnish, or a float, which gives it that sunrise effect. So I just got back from Mexico, going back about 10 days ago. The team from Del Maguey hosted me there, and I had an absolute blast. Like, it was epic. Really, really enjoyed it. Super informative. First time I've been to Mexico. I went to the States a little bit as well. First time I've been to the States. But I had a few mezcal Negronis, and they were served with a combination of vermouths, or a punta mess as well. So that's how I'm going to make it for today. So I'm just going to do a mini version. 1/2 ounce, 15 ml measures, mezcal, sweet vermouth and punta mess, so 1/4 ounce of each. And then Campari. Obviously, if you're making a few of these, you just have this batched up in a bottle. I'm going to leave this warm. You could stir it and dilute it and then pour it over the top as a float, but I'm going to serve it like that because I'm going to serve it over pebble ice anyway. So. Okay, so in here we have the tequila, the orange juice, the French vermouth, and lemon juice. Short shake, just to combine because we're serving it over pebble ice. So I do like this version because we're adding that bitterness and mezcal too. My appreciation for mezcal has escalated since my trip. And then we've got the mezcal Negroni floated over the top. After taking that sip, it wasn't great. It needed more sugar, but that could come from this. Ooh, on the nose, that mezcal's coming through. And for garnish, half an orange wheel and then a brandied cherry. These are just ones I made a few years back. Not bad for a first attempt. It could be a little bit better though. The balance kind of seemed off in the original drink before I added the Negroni. But then the Negroni adds that bitterness and the sweetness from the vermouths, and the balance comes back into play. I think maybe if I lowered the orange juice, maybe if there actually was a little like 1/4 ounce of grenadine. It's not in the original recipe, it's not on the menu, but then it kind of gives a little bit of a hat tip, a nod to the original Tequila Sunrise. I mean, oh yeah, that looks great. Looks good. Admittedly, I should have been a little bit more patient and reached out to Shake & Mill and perhaps asked them for their recipe. But for a first attempt at just recreating it, just based off a list of ingredients without measurements, it's not too bad. I like that. It's definitely way more complex than the orange juice, tequila, and grenadine version for obvious reasons. Definitely a lot more complex. Now let me know in the comments below which one you would prefer. My favorite, probably number 3. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Cheers.